Okay, so this is our second video on factorising simple quadratics. This is just a reminder about the last video. We were doing a bit of FOIL and multiplying it out to get our x squared plus 5x plus 6, and factorising quadratic involved moving backwards from that. So we were trying to find two numbers that multiply together to give 6 and add to give 5, and they were of course 3 and 2. We went through these two examples looking for two numbers that add together to give 7 and multiply together to give 12. That was 3 and 4. And we're looking for two numbers that add together to give 8 and multiply to give 16, and that was 4 and 4. So let's take a wee look at these next ones. Slightly tougher, but still should be okay. So let me get it set up here. First one then is going to be x squared minus 11x plus 28. So the difference with these ones are there are a few minuses in there, which can be a wee bit confusing. Hopefully that's okay. So we're looking at the same thing again. We're looking for two numbers that add together, this time to give minus 11 and multiply to give 28. And we're going to be putting it into our brackets. Alright, as ever, it's x and x here. So have a wee think about this. If they add together to give a minus and they multiply to give a positive, it can only be a negative and a negative, because if it's a negative and a positive, then it's going to multiply to give a negative. Sounds a bit much, but hopefully that makes sense. So our two numbers here are going to be minus 4 and minus 7. Minus 4 and minus 7. Incidentally, it doesn't matter if you put the minus 7 in here and the minus 4 here, that's still fine and still going to be right. So just a wee check then to make sure we've got the right answer. X times x, x squared. Outer, minus 7x. Inner, minus 4x. Minus 4 times minus 7, plus 28. Tidying that up, x squared minus 11x plus 28. And that gives us our question. So this here is our answer, and that was correct. Let's take a look then at our next one. X squared minus 8x minus 20. Same rules as before. They need to add together to give us minus 8, and they need to multiply to give us minus 20. They're going to fit into our two brackets here. So we need to think about this one again. If they multiply to give us minus 20, it's effectively a positive number and a negative number. So whenever we add them, it's a bit like we're taking them away, but just be careful of that. So factors of 20 are going to be 10 and 2, and something of 10 and 2 here is going to work. So minus 10 and plus 2 add to give us minus 8, and they multiply to give us minus 20. So it's going to be x minus 10 x plus 2. Note there that 10 and minus 2 wouldn't work. They do multiply to give us minus 20, but they add to give us a positive 8, so that wouldn't be the right answer. Again, if you do a check there and multiply those out, that will all work. On to our final wee example then. This one we need to rearrange, so I'm going to rewrite that as x squared plus 9x plus 8. That's the standard way we've kind of written any of these before. The x squared term, the x term, and then the wee number term. So we've done the same then with these. Wee bit more straightforward now, I think. They need to add to give 9, and they need to multiply to give 8. This one sometimes confuses people. It's so simple it's hard. But the two numbers then are going to be 8 and 1. So plus 1 plus 8. As I said last time, it doesn't matter if you put the 8 here and the 1 here, but that's all fine.